Good morning, Rutgers. I'm Emily Gibbs.
And I'm Olivia Cruser. We've got a great show lined up for you. It is Thursday, March 2nd, 2017.
Today we're going to paint the town scarlet with Chelsea Crane at last year's Holi Moli event.
Weather watcher Rohan Jain will give you the regional forecast for the day.
And I'm going to chat with Yelani Warusawithana from RSCA.
Chloe Cooper will tell us about the movie Kung Fu Panda playing on our channels this month. Looks like a great one.
Let's start the show. You're watching Wake Up Rutgers on RUTV.
Rutgers, it's great to be here on this blustery Thursday morning.
We're here to wake you up every Thursday morning with all the exciting news, events, and weather.
Yes, so we have some news. We have Emily will be joining us for the rest of the semester, filling in for Maziel, which is really awesome, and I'm really happy to be hosting with you.
Yeah, me too. I'm super excited. I feel like it's going to be a fun semester.
Exactly, especially before, you go off and graduate into the real world, so you'll have the fun, while it lasts, which is really, really cool. But speaking of that, I mean, the semester really is flying by.
I know. Next week starts spring break.
I know. I cannot even believe it. I mean, I haven't even been home since I moved in
Neither
January.
So
is that your plans for spring break?
Yes,
going home?
I'm definitely going home.
Yes.
My family got a new puppy.
No
so I am like dying to just go home and see him.
Yes. Oh my gosh, what kind of puppy?
He's a mix.
Oh,
but he's the cutest
so
thing.
cute. Yeah, you definitely have to go home and spend all the time with that new puppy, and you have to send pics. That is the cutest thing ever. Yeah, so I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm gonna relax, see my family, just hang out, which will be really, really nice. So
that is nice.
It is really awesome. So Rohan, what about you? What are your plans for spring break?
I'm just gonna go home, relax. After midterms, I feel like I need some time just to do nothing, sit down on the couch.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah,
so many people are like, oh, I'm going to Cancun or all these places. You know what? I'm just like, I'm ready to sit on my couch.
All I need to do is go home, throw on my pajamas, take a little breaker, because after the semester, midterms and everything, it's very, very stressful, and you just want to relax. So that'll be awesome. And also, we have Sunday, March 12th, comes up a religious holiday called Holi. So be on the lookout for more information about the Rutgers celebration of this holiday, which will be later in the semester. So speaking of that, let's check out last year's event with Chelsea Crane.
Good morning, Rutgers. I'm Cece Crane, and today I'm here at the Rutgers Hindu Student Council's Holi Moli event. Holi is a traditional Hindu holiday that commemorates the beginning of spring by spraying vibrant colors everywhere to say farewell to winter. Let's go get colorful and check it out. Can you tell me a little bit about the history of Holi and what this festival actually means?
Sure. So Holi is the Hindu festival of colors, and we celebrate it to mark the arrival of spring.
So Holi, like most Indian festivals, is celebrated to mark the victory of good over evil.
We use powdered flowers, flower petals, and throw them at one another.
In this day and age, a modern meaning of celebrating Holi is equality, that no matter what your race, ethnicity, when you're all covered in the same color, there's no difference between you and I.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how colorful do you think you got?
I'm still going to get colored after this, but right now I think I'm a 3.
Well, I saw myself in a picture and I'm pretty colored. My hair, all my clothes and everything, it's pretty awesome.
So a 9, 10?
Yeah, pretty much a 9, 10.
What brought you out to Holi Moli today?
All my friends came and we had a lot of fun last year.
I've celebrated Holi many times in my life.
It's a really big Indian celebration, and I used to go to the temple when I was a kid, and I'm really glad that Rutgers has an event like this.
It's like a celebration with your peers.
Do you think it's important for students to attend events like Holi Moli? And if so, why?
I think it's great for everybody to get out here, kind of like enjoy the fresh air, especially now that it's spring.
Absolutely. I think most of our events aren't like very religious or anything. It's more cultural. We want people to come out and have a good time, learn a little bit about Hinduism while they're doing that. But, you know, all in all, just have a good time.
I think it would be cool if there was like a diverse number of people who here because, you know, this is like a fun kind of way to represent culture in India.
Well, are you going to be coming back in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really fun. It was fun last year. It was fun this year. I'm definitely going to come back.
Definitely. I came last year, had a lot of fun. This year's no different.
Well, there you have it, Rutgers. I hope you had as much fun as I did at this event. As always, keep painting the town scarlet. I'm CC Crane, RUTV.
That looked like a fun event.
It's so much fun. I definitely want to check that out and hear more information about it because that looks like so much fun. It just looks so festive and fun and colorful, which is really awesome.
I can imagine. And our engineer Singda was in that.
Yes, she was. So I mean,
she was like colored up.
Yeah, she was colored up, and like I want to do the same thing. Like we should all go take cute pictures, and it'll be really, really fun to do, and like really celebrate the religious holiday. So it'd be cool to learn more about that also.
Everyone, check it out. It's coming up. We're not sure the exact date yet, but probably sometime after spring break.
Yeah, so it'll be awesome.
We'll talk about break. It's about time to take our first break, I should say. But before we go, let's see how much you know.
What percentage of the undergraduate population at Rutgers commutes or lives off campus?
We'll find out the answer when we get back right after this.
Did you lose your ID? Not sure of what to do? First, send an email to lostcard@aps.rutgers.edu to suspend your card so no one else can use it. Next, visit one of the RU Connection offices to have your lost or stolen ID card replaced. There is an office located on every campus. Rutgers Hall on College Avenue is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Bush, Cook Douglas, and Livingston campus housing offices are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. The Public Safety Card office is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Fridays. You will need to pay for your new ID with $20 in RU Express. If you don't have RU Express, you can go to the cashier's office next to Rutgers Hall before getting a new ID. Make sure to provide a form of unexpired government-issued photo identification when asking for a new ID. It's that easy to replace your ID. Make sure to keep it in a safe place so you don't lose it again. For more information and a more detailed explanation, visit pst.rutgers.edu/rules.php.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked what percentage of the undergrad population at Rutgers commutes or lives off campus.
It's time to find out the answer, and it is 56%. So yeah, this makes sense, I feel like, especially for commuters and off campus, because a lot, especially College Avenue, there are a lot of houses you can live in and apartments that aren't considered through Rutgers, so that's a big number.
It is. Yeah, I feel like mostly juniors and seniors head off campus.
Yeah, definitely.
So that definitely makes sense, like half of the classes
go off campus. Even commuters too. So there are a lot of people that live around the area. I know a lot of people that are in my classes that go, are in clubs and stuff, do live close by, so it's convenient to commute, which is really interesting to see that percentage. So
props to them though, like taking the time and the effort to drive to school every day.
It'd be so. I feel like it'd make my day so much longer just to have to account for the driving and the traveling, especially around New Brunswick, because the traffic could put a little extra time in your commute. So
another thing that could put a lot of time in your commute is the weather. So let's check in to see what it's going to be like for tomorrow.
Good morning, Rutgers. I'm weather watcher Rohan Jain giving you your forecast. So we have a high wind warning today until 10 a.m. As you can probably tell from whether in your dorm or outside, it is very windy outside. I could hear it from my own dorm in the morning when I woke up. Winds will be upwards of 50 miles an hour, so it will definitely be very windy. So today, morning low, 45 degrees, way above average, as our high is usually around in the mid-40s at this time of the year. The temperatures will drop over the next few days, though, to below average temperatures. So we have a blustery day today. As you can probably tell, very windy, and the wind makes it seem a lot colder than it actually is. We're back to reality over the next few days. The unusually warm temperatures will go away for cooler temperatures, and it's going to hit the teens over the next 2 nights. And we have more snow ahead. Tomorrow we're going to have a mix of rain and snow throughout the day. There shouldn't be much accumulation, about half an inch, so not a big concern, but if you are a commuter, again, the roads will be nasty. That mix of rain and snow will cause for some slush. So temperatures throughout the Northeast, 45 degrees up in Danbury, 48 in Newark, 49 in Camden, and 50 in Baltimore. The lows for tonight, 22 degrees in Danbury, 28 in Newark, and 23 in State College. Oneota is going to have 15 degrees. So today we have a high of 49 degrees. The wind will make it seem a lot colder than it actually is. Partly cloudy. The clouds will increase as the day goes on, though, and winds at 20 to 30 miles an hour, with gusts, again, up to 50. And as the day progresses, the winds will die down. So day planner, windy until 10 a.m. It will be windy throughout the day, but most of it is until 10 a.m. 2 p.m., 49 degrees, sunny skies, and as the day goes on, again, the clouds will continue to come in, and the temperatures will start to drop significantly. All right, back to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Rohan. So yeah, it's a very windy day. Even when I woke up, I heard the wind howling. It wasn't even, it was like shaking the building, which is crazy. It's always crazy when that happens.
No, and the coldness from yesterday was like in the 70s.
Yes.
And beautiful.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, this weather. It's been honestly crazy. But, we'll talk more about that after the break with news and events.
College can be stressful, and it's easy to lose track of your health. But maintaining a healthy lifestyle is important. Here are 4 tips to get you back on track. An important part of staying healthy requires an active lifestyle. Make sure you're penciling time to exercise. Whether it be hitting the gym or going for a run, remember to get out there and get moving. A healthy lifestyle revolves around a nutritious diet. It's important to eat the recommended servings of fruits, vegetables, and meats to keep your body going. Hydration is also important, so carry a water bottle or visit water fountains frequently to get your 8 cups a day. In college, there will be many nights spent studying, but try to get enough sleep on a regulated schedule. Sleeping improves learning, memory, and overall health. Doctors recommend 6 to 8 hours of sleep, so determine your sleep patterns for a healthy lifestyle. Reducing stress should not be overlooked either. Do what helps you relax best, whether it be yoga or meditation, reading, or just hanging out. Make time to recharge your batteries. For more information on how you can live a healthy lifestyle at Rutgers, contact Health Services at 848-932-7402.
Do you want to improve or strengthen your writing skills? Do you think about getting published one day? If you are an aspiring writer, come to the first ever Rutgers Writers Conference. At this event, you can personally meet established agents, writers, and publishers. For more fun, join in on a panel discussion that takes a close look at publishing options. Listen to a popular author Dennis Lehane's presentation, and much more. This event will take place at the Rutgers Continuing Education Center and will take place from June 3rd to June 4th. To register and find out more, you can visit ruwriterscon.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Talking about weather.
Yeah.
This transition is making us all sick. I feel like everybody's getting some kind of sickness.
No, I totally agree. I'm just getting over a cold and a sinus infection myself, and I just had it 2 weeks ago and 2 weeks before that. So every time I get better, I get sick again. It's because this weather has been like a never-ending cycle. You can never know what to wear. You never know what to do because the weather is always on and off.
Very irregular.
Yeah, very irregular. So speaking of irregular weather, the weather has been wacky here at Rutgers, and snow was minimal during the winter months, leaving the question of global warming at the forefront of our attention. Rutgers meteorologist Brittany Trumpy says she believes it is very real. She also thinks students should take the initiative to enroll in some climate courses here at Rutgers to stay informed. For students who are confused about what coat to grab for each morning, Trumpy says it takes is a glance at a weather site. Weather.gov is a good place to check since it is a government-run site providing straightforward forecasts. Rutgers Transportation is especially happy about this warm weather wave because they don't need to worry about troublesome snowfall blocking the bus routes. So yeah, like as we were just saying, that the weather has been wacky, and I mean it has been a good thing that it hasn't been super cold or snowy for transportation purposes and commuters and those that live off campus, but it's just crazy this
Every time I try to complain about like, oh, it's cold, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
There's no snow. We only had that one big snowstorm this semester, so we shouldn't be complaining too much.
And I know Rohan was saying that we might have snow again, so it's like, when is spring going to come? But winter, I feel like, never really actually came. So that is a question about global warming, and maybe we can do some more research on that to see, you know, what's happening here.
Well, while it's cold, there are some things to do here on campus that you can stay warm in the building while you're doing it. Poetry and passion collide here at Rutgers University as students gather every week to express their views, their struggles, and their stories. Student-run poetry groups are becoming the spaces on campus where anyone, even non-Rutgers students, can gather no matter what race, ethnicity, or age they are. There are two main poetry groups on campus, the Huntington Poetry Club and Verbal Mayhem Poetry Collective, both drawing a large, diverse crowd. And the platforms can both be used for sharing poetry or even starting a social change. They have become even more popular recently with the political climate in the United States, helping students to link arms during hard times.
So that is really awesome. You said you've been to like Verbal Mayhem and events.
Verbal Mayhem is so much fun. I encourage everybody to go to it. It's on Wednesday nights.
Oh my gosh,
So many people turn out, and just when they speak and their poetry is so passionate.
I love that,
It's very inspiring.
Yeah, I've never been, and I definitely want to check. It's every Wednesday, you said?
Yeah.
So that will be something really, really cool to check out because I love poetry. Just the way that people use their words to express themselves is really awesome. So it'll be cool to see that. I'm glad like Rutgers has so much. I always say this because there's always something you can go to, especially, you know, if it's windy, you want to stay inside, or if it's going to snow, you know, it's a good thing to check out. So now for some events, other events. Have you always wanted to pitch your great ideas like the brave contestants on Shark Tank? Well, head to the Livingston campus on March 7th at 7:30 p.m. and you will do just that. Bring your brightest event ideas to Rupa's The Pitch, where you can talk to an expert panel. And if you win, you'll be provided with event planning resources such as logistics, staffing, and funding. For more information, visit rupa.rutgers.edu. So this looks like a really fun event. And
it does.
Speaking of Shark Tank, I mean, I've always wanted to go on Shark Tank. I feel like you always come up with these ideas and you're like, oh, I could definitely pitch that to someone, which would be really cool, you know?
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Olivia has this brilliant idea.
I've thought about like a wireless or cordless hair straightener or curler, which would be really cool. And I looked it up online. I know they have them, but they're battery operated. So maybe if we can work together to get something, you could charge it up or do something. So we should definitely have something in the works because we could really start something awesome.
It'd be perfect. Do you know how many girls would be walking around campus or on the buses straightening
especially we're saying we could market this to reporters even because you're always on the run and you could just grab it in your purse, charge it up, and it's there to work. So
it's
perfect. So if you have an idea like that, or more specifically events to speak to Rupa about, because that's what they're really about. So definitely come up with some ideas and see what happens. You can get funding and do everything. So definitely be creative.
And we have a lot of smart students, and I'm sure tons of good inventions.
Exactly.
Well, talking about smart students and studying, picture yourself sitting in the warm sun with an ice cream cone studying. Summer can equally be a time for playing in the sun at the beach or sitting at a class knocking out some credits. If this sounds like a good plan for you, head over to the Livingston Student Center this Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. to get more info. There will be advisors you could speak with and some cool giveaways. Check it out at ruevents.rutgers.edu.
So yeah, this is awesome too because I feel like the summer is a great time. Although it's a great time to relax, it is a big break. So to do some classes, make up some credits if you're behind, or even if you didn't do so well in a class and you want to make it up, there's the opportunity to do so.
It's definitely a good thing to get involved with, especially as an in-state student. I know you are an in-state student. It's about the same price as going to school during the regular semester. So why not?
So yeah, it's definitely a good time to go to do that. And it's a good incentive if it's not so much more money where you can try to make it work somehow and definitely study. And like you said, I mean, what would be better than studying with a book on the beach and, make it better than
I would do it.
the snow. So yeah, I would do it too. So that's really awesome. So we're just about ready for our next break. But after the break, Emily will be interviewing Yelani. So we'll see you after this.
Rutgers University is now offering a master's program in UN and Global Policy Studies. This new program is the only one of its kind in the United States. The curriculum for this program is designed to provide students with qualitative and quantitative analytical skills, as well as hands-on management experience required by leaders in the field. All applicants must hold a bachelor's degree from an accredited college. The program of study requires 36 credits and is open to both part-time and full-time students. For application information and to apply online, check out gradstudy.rutgers.edu. For more information, check out unstudies.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. I'm here with Yelani Warusawithana. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
She is here from the Rutgers Commuter Association, which, what is that? How would you explain this to students?
Rutgers Commuter Student Association, or otherwise known as RSCA, is a club which serves the commuter students here at Rutgers with tabling events and advocacy.
Okay, so what kind of events do you hold?
We hold a variety of events. One of our events that's coming up is the Sunnyside Startup, which is March 6th at the Douglas Trey's Lounge. That is a great networking opportunity, and you get to meet representatives of different departments, and it's you get to talk to them, and you get a complimentary breakfast with it, too.
Wow, that sounds like fun. So say I'm not a commuter personally. So would I be able to get involved, and can other non-commuters come to this event?
You can come to our events are open to anyone at Rutgers, and if you want to get involved at RCSA, you can by all means join. But the only issue is if you want to take part in our e-board, you must be a commuter student.
Okay, so is there, would you say 50-50 on commuters and non-commuters, or is it mostly commuters?
There's a lot of commuters who come because we're trying to bridge the gap, because a lot of people that I personally know are commuting, and they're like, I wish I could get more involved, and that's why we're here.
Okay, so yeah, I imagine it's tough, and it's also, I like to go back to my room and take naps during the day. Is there any way for others or for commuters to just take a break? Is there any place for that?
Yeah, we have 2 lounges, where those are commuter lounges, and we have one in Bush, which has a microwave, a fridge, and a lot of sitting area if you need to just sit down and eat your lunch. And we have a few computers as well. And in the Bush Lounge, we have an e-board member staffing that during our hours of operation. So you can always talk to someone in our Bush Lounge. Our Douglas Lounge runs a little bit differently.
Okay.
But if you want to know our hours for who is going to be there, just find it on the website, which is rcsa.rutgers.edu.
Okay, that's great. And it's really nice to have somewhere on campus that students can go. And now with you on RUTV, now hopefully other students will be able to come and join and have that spot to go to. So thanks a lot for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
If I ever walk by the commuter lounge, I'll stop by and say hello. But if you're not in the commuter lounge and if you just want to relax, why not check out what's on RUTV? This is what's coming up.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What's on RUTV. I'm your host, Chloe Cooper, and I'm here to let you know about all the great movies we have playing on RUTV for the month of March. Po is a lazy panda who is suddenly thrown into the world of Kung Fu. He must quickly become a master in order to save the Valley of Peace from an evil snow leopard named Tai Lung. With the help of other animals, Po learns the art of Kung Fu and proves to himself that with passion and determination, your greatest weaknesses can become your greatest strengths.
In a land of tradition and honor, one Kung Fu master, let's get started, has trained 5 of the greatest warriors the world has ever known. But this master's biggest challenge has just arrived.
I'm coming!
Stairs.
Yeah!
Jack Black.
Go ahead, Panda. Show us what you can do.
Are they gonna watch, or should I just wait until I get back to work or something?
Just hit it.
Get ready to feel the thunder. Come at it with crazy feet. What you gonna do about crazy feet? I'm a blur.
You never seen bear style.
Would you hit it?
How's that?
Be sure to check out Kung Fu Panda on channel 27.1. Students should also be aware that RUTV is participating in a 1-year pilot program with HBO, Cinemax, and Encore to bring the newest and most popular movies to Rutgers students. Head to channel 3.1 for HBO, 3.2 for HBO 2, 6.1 for HBO S, 6.2 for Cinemax, 8.1 for Encore, and 8.2 for Encore C. For more information about all things playing on RUTV, head to rutv.rutgers.edu or follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. For What's on RUTV, I'm Chloe Cooper.
That looks like a fun movie. Have you ever seen it?
I did a long time ago. I haven't seen it, recently, but it looks so fun because I love the panda. It's so cute, and I just love the idea, like the Kung Fu Panda. The song is always stuck in my head, So have you ever seen it?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay,
I haven't seen a lot of movies. That's one thing people are always surprised to hear. I just don't really watch movies.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm a movie watcher, but I will see them if they're really popular, and sometimes you don't have time to see a movie. I mean, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I started a movie. Have you ever seen Interstellar?
No, but I want to see that.
Yeah, it's very good, and I started it like 3 nights ago, but every time I'm into it, I fall asleep, because it's 3 hours long. But, so it's hard, but that's what's great about What's on RUTV. I mean, it's always there to watch.
That's true.
So, yeah, that was a great movie, too, and, I love movies, but like you said, I'm not very versed in knowing a lot about the movies.
Right. Well, I know that you mentioned earlier, we were talking about the word blustery.
Yes, the word. I thought it was a great word.
It is a great word to explain today. It's very windy out there.
Exactly.
Make sure you button up. But
yes, I know the word blustery because I am a Love Winnie the Pooh addict, and they have a blustery Winnie the Pooh where, it's like a little book about him, and he's trying to find his honey, but he gets blown away by the wind, and that's exactly how I felt today, walking out of my dorm. I was like, it is so windy, and you can't use that word a lot because when it's windy, but blustery, because Rohan was saying 50-mile-an-hour winds.
That's true.
So
and it's chilly out there.
It is chilly out there.
Chilly. So yeah, definitely.
And the wind makes it chillier.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes when I walk someplace, it's not windy, and then you turn the corner, and it's very windy.
I know. I was standing out at the yard earlier this morning, and as you know, it's always windy there. That's just, I don't know why.
Maybe the way the building is.
It must
I feel like it blocks the wind.
But I'm standing at Scott Hall, and I'm huddled in the corner by Starbucks, trying not to get blown away. And I see these people standing out by the bus stop, and this guy's cap just went flying.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like,
the
no.
worst.
Especially it was like 7 in the morning.
Yeah, and you're tired. You don't want to chase after the hat. I mean, I've had that happen, especially on boats, especially when it's windy and losing hats and things like that. But yeah, when it's very early in the morning, I mean, you're not going to want to chase after that. And it's because it's hard to get up as it is, and then your hat's being blown away.
Exactly.
It's just unfortunate.
I know. But I feel like it's almost a common trend at Rutgers to be windy. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I get on the phone, the person's like, I can't hear you, Emily. And I'm like, you know what? This is just my school.
Yeah, it's just something to get used to here. Yeah, when I talk to my parents too, I feel like always the wind is always crackling. It makes it sound like maybe I'm trying to break up the phone, but no, it's like that. Like I said, I think it's a city thing, where it's not a city, but when you're between buildings, it kind of compacts the wind.
That definitely must be it.
So, Rutgers, that'll do it for today's episode.
For more events happening this week, you can go to getinvolved.rutgers.edu or ruevents.rutgers.edu.
Follow us on Facebook by searching RU Network, or follow us on Twitter by searching @WakeUpRutgers.
And don't forget to tune in on Monday with host Joey Lupo and Kim Ballard.
But before we go, we'd like to thank Yelani for joining us. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Olivia Cruser.
And I'm Emily Gibbs. Thanks so much. Have a great day, Rutgers. We'll see you next week.